Why instead of hitting, we don't hit out against what is wrong and what we know cannot stand and make our nation better? Why are we so emancipated but we are bound by so many fetters? We call for justice today, we call for it tomorrow, but every day we wake up and it's just pure sorrow, or it's sometimes so much horror.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had a bad day and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bess, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
It continues to be a fight as we fight for what is right, and it really hurts us, some of the things that are in our sights. Imagine it is a bright, bright day, but it feels like a night because women are fearful for their lives. We look left, we look right, we look inside and out. Without a doubt, it's tragic what is happening in our land, what's happening at the hands of each man. And I say each because not because everyone is doing it, but because some are just allowing it to slide beneath the cracks. Some are just covering it over and acting like it doesn't exist. How about putting up a fight and against certain traditions or certain followings do we try to resist? Why instead of hitting, we don't hit out against what is wrong and what we know cannot stand and make our nation better? Why are we so emancipated but we are bound by so many fetters? We call for justice today, we call for it tomorrow, but every day we wake up and it's just pure sorrow, or it's sometimes so much horror. Jamaica, land we love. We need help from the one up above, but we also need to help from within, because this is a battle we all need to fight so that we all can win. Our women need us more than ever before. So don't just stand up or say, boy, it's not happening inside my door. If it's happening next door or even around the road or even in the community, it affects you, it affects us all. It's time for us to move from behind the proverbial wall and stop acting like this isn't like the elephant in the room. We need to do something now, and we need to do it soon. We are raising queens, but sometimes we wonder, because so many different girls are being abducted and hurt in their teens or even younger. It hurts for us to come on a day like today to talk about what's happening in such a horrific way. We need to do better. We have to make a change. It's not just about responding with emotions such as rage, but it's about doing something that really matters, from the government all the way down. Because trust me, some of us see some things and we ignore it, or we just turn a blind eye, or we sometimes frown. The change begins with you. It begins with me. So let us today try to unlock certain things by being the key. It's another edition here on Stuff from the Cuffs, and I just came here and I vented, and I want somebody to express yourself too. Talk about the horrors that are existing in our nation so that we can bring across change. Not just sharing a screenshot, not just sharing a WhatsApp message, but actually speaking up, speaking out, empowering our women and teaching some of our men. One of the things we try to do is change the narrative. And this one needs to be changed now. Should have changed already, but we need it to be changed now. So to all our ladies out there, we love you, we support you, and we are in the fight with you. To all the men, maybe this is what it's going to take for us to show that we are real men, by standing beside our women, by deciding not to hit, not to abuse, but to help and treat them like the humans, like the people they are.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You know, it's been an emotional past few days. It's been one where I've seriously been looking at life and looking at our society and looking at the place we call home, not only for us, but our little girls, you know? And it has been a terrifying feeling. It has been one crippled with fear, because we are raising queens. We are raising two little girls to call this island of Jamaica home. And then when we look and we see what's happening, it's like a lot of things going through our heads. Do we want to stay here? Do we really want to live in this society? Now, I know that, you know, bad things happen everywhere. But I remember a time in Jamaica when I never used to hear about these things happening. I remember a time when I felt safe in this island I call home. I remember a time when uncles and aunties were not just those who were related to you. They were people in your community who were always looking out for you, people from church. You call people auntie and uncle, and you know, for wonder and say, listen, don't talk to that person because you don't know it, right? Yes, we were vigilant always, but I remember at Jamaica where somebody else's child was also my child, you know, being an adult. So I was also 100 other people's child. They were always looking out for me.
Takes a village.
Always ensuring that, you know, I was along the right path. I remember once I was at a football match and our side had won. And I remember, you know, in the whole celebration, you're young and you're in high school and you feel all jubilant and, you know, you're not really thinking. I was actually sitting on the window of a car, sitting outside. So we were in the place where the match was being held or was held, and we were driving out, and you know, everybody, you know, the Jamaicans, they all celebrate. So I was sitting on the window, and before the car could drive off, I felt somebody behind me just kind of tap me. And the person said, Miss Barnaby daughter, go in the vehicle. Let me tell you, I dropped so quick, flying out of the car so quick. And I remember seeing that person again. He never told my parents. But he, in that moment, was being that parent I needed when my parent was away, or when my parents were away. And so I miss that Jamaica. I miss the Jamaica where everybody was looking out for somebody, and it wasn't just about, well, it's not my business, it's not my child, it's not happening in my house, so, well, I miss that Jamaica. I really, really miss that Jamaica. And I know that so many persons have voiced outrage and have said different things, putting up different statuses and pictures.
Yeah, we don't want it last
just for now, not just for this week. We want it to be a continuous fight that we have to fight together. We cannot fight it alone. And you know, what happened last week, Friday, in terms of the discovery and everything, just really brought home in such a vivid way the kind of fight that we are up against, especially for our children. Yes, us, we're already adults. We've lived a good life so far in terms of what we experienced as children. But our children will never get to experience what we did as children growing up. And so the fight is on. And each of us, we have a part to play.
Yeah, and it's really, sometimes you think about raising your kids. Where do you find the balance? And maybe that's something we look at in our next topic. Where do you find the balance in trying to allow them to be courteous and allow them to be kind and being elements of change in a society, but also saying to them, be careful, don't say hi, that's a stranger, people. Don't talk to. It's really hard, and we are conscious about the future as a nation. We have vision, this vision that, we have our own aspirations, and if you destroy the present, what's going to happen to the future? We must destroy nothing. Whether the future, the present, or the past, we need each of these elements to make a successful future.
Yeah. On Friday, I was so out of it. Couldn't even make a video Friday.
I didn't even want to go on the road.
I was out of it. I literally started feeling sick. I was sick all day. I had a horrible headache. When I came home and I said to Brian that I have to go lie down, and then I was telling him I got the news and I saw it. It's like a flood of emotions and thoughts and worry and fear. I mean, I was crippled with fear. Fear for myself, fear for my kids, fear for people I know. Just
I know
fear
that
overall.
Wrong, that we're not saying that there's a God side to it, and we believe
we
God
know.
and we trust God.
We know.
First and foremost,
yes.
If you know us,
just in case.
But when a reality hits you,
yeah,
you are human. You think about the mortality of man.
Yeah, and yes, I prayed, and yes, but as Brian said, the human side of us, when it is staring you straight in the eye, so it takes a lot of us really going to God, and sometimes you don't even know what to say. Sometimes you really don't know what to say. But what we will say is we all have to join hands across Jamaica. Y'all remember that song? Let's join hands across Jamaica for righteousness. We have to join hands across this island. It cannot continue like this. And our heart goes out to Khanice Jackson and every woman, every girl who has fallen victim.
We pray for her family and her friends. And again, it's her at the moment, but it's bigger.
Yeah.
It's a nationwide problem. Every day or every other day, how many missing persons, majority being female. Yes, there are different situations or circumstances surrounding each, but we need to protect them.
Yeah.
And the onus is on you. So somebody, we want to encourage them as we encourage ourselves that, when the news is so rough and depressing and sad and really casting a shadow in a bright day, it's spending time with your family. Make use of the time, spending time with your loved ones, reading your Bible, praying, spending some time with God, filling your atmosphere with positive thoughts and positive vibrations, because trust me, these things wear and weigh you down. Say hi.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we just wanted to leave with you today, right here on Stuff from the Cuffs. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to stay safe, continue to love each other, and let's look out for each other, all right? We'll see you soon.
Hello, are you